Hey everybody, how you doing out there? This is your Uncle Steve here in the house, and we have breaking news. Of course, if you were sitting around waiting for what's going to happen this weekend as far as our quarterback situation is concerned, we just got word a few minutes ago. Tyler Heinicke will be starting for the Atlanta Falcons versus the Minnesota Vikings. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's going on? This is your Uncle Steve here in the house and an unexpected stream today, November 1st, first day of November, first day that we're going to start hearing that annoying Mariah Carey Christmas song, probably. so, uh, but of course, the big news coming down the pipe is Arthur Smith came out, actually seemed like, I don't know about you. When I was looking at it, did it seem like somebody died when he was making the announcement? It just seemed kind of weird to me. But anyway, Arthur announces that Tyler Heinicke, for now, the game against Minnesota, is the starting QB. I don't think any one of us who had a little bit of, you know, any of us that had a little bit of what we saw on Sunday, kind of figured that out. Listen, the variables and everything he's talking about and stuff like that, that's his way of saying, you know what, y'all, I really, really didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do this to the kid, Desmond Ritter. I didn't want to stunt his growth. I didn't want to do this. This is the last thing. And before all of us start making, and I say all of us, it's not all of us, but before people start making, victory laps about uh aha, Desmond got benched. Folks, Falcon fans, this is actually not a great thing for us. You know why? Because that means part of the plan failed. There was no intention to ever come to a spot in the season where we thought we had to bench Desmond Ritter, because I think there was a thought that he was going to catch on and he was going to do his thing. But as far as that's concerned, I just think this was just the wise thing to do now. Folks, Desmond Ritter isn't going anywhere. He's still under contract. He's going to stay here. I think this is just something right now that Arthur Smith says, you know what? Before this stinky, stinky, stinky feeling gets out, let's try to see if we can change some of the mojo around, get things started back in the right direction. Long-term ramifications, really, there aren't any. For all the people that were talking about Desmond Ritter and his inexperience, guess what? Your inexperience for the moment has you on the bench. And now, hopefully, the guy we brought in will hopefully right the ship until either one, they go back to him, or two, we decide to stick with Taylor for the whole time. We got to start thinking about that. We've got to. I'll run through the chat real quick before I bring in guest in here. Eric Parker's in the house. What's going on, man? Say, let's go, Heinicke. Isaiah's in the house. What's up, bro? Say, let's get cracking. Where's my favorite too? Y'all are already on the bunch. I already got a super chat in the house, man. That's how it almost seems excited you guys are about this move.
I know when you super
And
chat.
Greg is in the house. What's going on,
Uncle
Greg?
Steve will chat right back.
It said, as you
I
notice,
know when you super
she should start
chat.
Taylor Heinicke.
Uncle Steve will talk right back. Every time you donate to me, you.
Yeah. Says, thank you, Greg. Said, as she should start Taylor Heinicke, not a permanent fit, but a more experienced quarterback for now. Nothing against Ritter. He's not ready as yet to learn. And folks, I'm trying to tell you, as much as people do not want to hear this, and I mean this in the most non-sarcastic way ever.
I love Desmond.
Let me tell you something. Desmond had to go through a gauntlet of not only learning on the job, but dealing with a fan base right now that's not exactly enamored with his play at the moment. So I just feel like at this turn, this was just a good move. All right, real quick, get some more people. Ron Smith's in the house. Arthur Smith might be a genius.
Arthur Smith is a genius.
I don't know, y'all. I would hold tight on that. Marina says, okay, Arthur Smith, redeem yourself. I love the move. Big Frank is in the house. What's going on, Frank? Frank say, what's good, bro? Thank God. Kojak says, about dang time. King, what's going on, King? Isaiah says, man, Aunt Taylor is supposed to be the starter. Isn't surprising, but I guess Smith is a genius. RJATL for life. What's going on, man? Let's see if Taylor Heinicke is the man to take us to the promised land. And I don't even know if he's the promised land. I think he's trying to get us through this little part. Said, well, we'll be using our first round pick on a quarterback now. I could pretty much assure you that's going to be a thought. Marina said, question, assuming we've fallen for the okie doke that this move is to protect Ritter's health, do we put him back in week 10, or do you think Heinicke is it for the season? I'm not listening to the health stuff. I'm not talking about you, Marina. I'm just saying I'm not feeling the health stuff. I think you get Heinicke to the bye, see what you get, and then if Heinicke is the guy through the bye, and then we roll on. That's what I think. I'm going to bring in my brother Smitty from Smitty Sports Machine coming to join us here. Smitty, what's going on, brother? How you feeling today? And tell us how you feel about the breaking news, brother.
I ain't really surprised, man. We talked about it last night. I felt like when he said he was going to make an announcement, we already knew what time it was because he named Desmond Ritter the starter without a problem. So why have a problem with continuing to name him the starter? So we knew something was up, man. And when he made that move last week, we know the writing was on the wall there. Let's be real about it.
Absolutely. Let me get a couple more comments in here. Everybody coming in. Retro G is in the house. What's going on, sir? JJ, what's up, man? So Arthur Smith owes it to Ritter's teammates and the fans to do what's best for everyone. I agree. Mills, 1967, say he act like he was forced to make the announcement. Dude, Mills, it looked like somebody had a shot machine that says, okay, say his name, Taylor. Say it, Coach Taylor. Because this was an Arthur Smith decision to start Ritter. This was an Arthur Smith decision.
I got to refute that.
One second. Hold on one second. This is his decision to say, I want to make this move. So this is going to hurt his feelings a little bit. This is a blow to the great Arthur Smith ego.
Smith is a genius.
So you have to keep in mind, this is a hard side for him. Go ahead, Smitty. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I had to get that thought out. I didn't want to lose my track. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to go back a little further. I think, to be honest, I think they had a conversation with him before the Tennessee Titans game. If you see Desmond struggling this game after 2 straight weeks of struggling, pull the plug. You got to. And this probably coming from Rich McKay and Arthur Blank. Because to be honest, his job is on the line. They shouldn't have had to tell him. If you have a quarterback that's struggling, you can't seem to get through it. He's not, working with your playbook the way that he needs to. That's common sense to make a change. So Taylor Heinicke, when he came in last week, you saw the team get more energized. You saw the players stand behind him. So that lets me know that the players been tired of this for a long time.
And when you say that, Smitty, I know we've had a lot of conversations about that, even in our private group, about how this. What's your thought on Desmond Ritter's psyche at this time? Listen, I'm a person that thinks he's a second-year quarterback, and I know as many people don't want to mention it. Yes, he's a third-round talent. I don't think the world should end for him, or he should think the world is ending because he's getting sat down for his current play. There's not anything to say, excuse me, you still can't develop into something that this team could use later on. What are your thoughts on that?
I agree. I still feel like he got a chance. I think Taylor Heinicke is a bridge type guy. We've seen him do that in Washington. But Desmond Ritter shouldn't hold his head down. He should just go in the film room, study harder, get back on the practice field, go through working through his progressions and getting the ball out on time with his timing. And see, that's the difference between Desmond and Taylor Heinicke so far. Getting the ball out faster. When Taylor Heinicke came in, you see him getting the ball out real quick. Desmond Ritter, I just don't think he's transitioned like he should have. And he's still struggling with that. So until he works on that and learning to read defenses, I think it's best for him to sit.
Just a quick shout out to everybody. I'm rolling by the comments as quick as I can. Corey Sherman, Austin Douglas, C Doubles in the house. That one Falcon fan who's always in here says it's a good thing that Heinicke is starting. Not saying Heinicke would go lights out on day one, but he can do something for us. It's a great time for Ritter to learn. It will help him. Look at Zach Wilson. Again, y'all, this is not a time to say I hide. It's not a time to talk about we told you, and that's not what we do over here, because you know what? No matter what you do, in Desmond, you wear the brand. So as long as you wear the brand, brother,
you're gonna get supported.
That's you got to give him some love. Jamal D says, I love Taylor. I guess I'm going to have to make that new sounder out as well. Facebook user said he better both throw for 400 yards to 17 Ds or it's a wrap. That's a ridiculous statement, and that's a emotional field statement to say that. Nobody's telling him to do that. You know what he needs to do? He needs to do what he did in the Houston game. He needs to do what he did in the Green Bay game. Let's not sit here and try to pretend, as Smitty alluded to, the Tampa Bay game, he played awful in critical moments. Yep. In the critical moments, he did not play well. It's not just him, though, but he had moments where he didn't play well. And you have to listen, we're in a point now. The difference, and Smitty, I'm going to get your thoughts on this too. 1 year ago today was the day that we beat Carolina in the overtime game and all of that stuff. So we're literally in the same place, 4-4 in first place. Do you think Arthur Smith might have seen his thoughts from the past and said, you know what? I had an opportunity to make some decisions then. Let me not mess this up in 2023. What's your thoughts on
that? Absolutely agree. He definitely said we're not going through this again. Because guess what? He's not going to be here to see the end of it if he done it again. Marcus Mariota started way too many games last year. I think after that Carolina game where he hit that break dance on the 40-yard line, I think that should have been his last snap as an Atlanta Falcon. So as I look at it, he cannot afford to make that same mistake this year. So get Taylor Heinicke in there, see what he can do, and we'll know where to go, going forward. But I will say, I would not draft another quarterback next year, and the reason why. If you keep Arthur Smith as head coach, and you see he can't develop Desmond Ritter, what makes you think he can develop Caleb Williams or Drake May?
Well, I'm gonna put that question out to the chat too, because I think that's important. I disagree with you with that. Because this move does not mean Taylor Heinicke is the quarterback in 24, 25, 26, 27.
Oh, I agree with that.
To me. But what you're saying is warranted because we do not have. I'm gonna go to my John Harris book of tricks. We don't have anybody to teach that man how to be a quarterback, as he always alludes to in his soliloquies to tell us about that. So he's absolutely right. Let me hit a couple of our. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Smitty.
But I think it's a simple fix, to be honest. If you're gonna stay with Arthur Smith past 2023, go out and find an offensive coordinator that can call plays and just let Arthur Smith worry about just controlling the team as a head coach. Let somebody else with an offensive mind, control the offense, because they could develop the quarterback 9 times out of 10, and they're gonna teach them the playbook the proper way.
Smitty, that sounds so logical and it made so much sense. And we know
Arthur Smith is a genius.
But Arthur Smith also has an ego, Smitty. And let's not sit here. Ego is why we're in this position today. Ego is what stopped him from making that switch you talked about from Mariota when he should have after the Carolina game. So do you think, and let's just hypothetically say Taylor Heinicke takes us to the playoffs, wins a division game, and gets us there. And we're still saying as a franchise, we need someone else in here as a quarterback, a younger talent, somebody who actually possess real skills. And I say real skills, but you know what I mean, elevated skills at the quarterback position. I don't know if his ego will do that. He'll bring somebody in, he'll bring the quarterback in, but he'll still think he can. Now, that's where maybe Uncle Terry can come in and talk to him.
Right.
But, let me hit a couple of our content creators. The young-looking El DeBarge lookalike Berto is in the house, 95 North Falcons Talk. What's going on, my friend? He says, we going to the Super Bowl. Y'all make sure y'all give my brother Berto a big shout out as he's probably in the drive-thru right now at Dunkin' Donuts ordering a pumpkin spice latte. I think
don't rib him up. Don't rib him up.
Don't start him. Don't do it. What about the pumpkin spice? Don't. No.
He probably got pumpkin pie at home on the table, so he probably don't need
it. Another part of the team over there at Smitty Sports Machine, A1 Forever. What's going on, Tip? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Brother Raymond Collins is in the house. What's going on? I see my brother Tidy's in the house. Atlanta Bird Game. That's my guy right there. Y'all make sure y'all tune in to Atlanta Bird Game. Run up the likes, run up the chat when he gets on there. I know the Waffle House is gonna be smoking this Friday night with this. He said, Steve,
I'm ordering me 2.
You ordering some?
Yeah.
He said, Steve, you are enjoying this, but myself and the rest of the Desbian Nation needs a wellness check because I love Desmond. You know, Smitty, I didn't think about that. While a lot of us are talking about the changes that's going on, Desmond is going to be on the bench.
I believe Des can fly.
And he's going to have the
Des can touch the sky.
Microsoft Charger, the Microsoft Surface.
Every day.
He's going to have the headset on this week.
I believe Des can score
in a learning posture.
If he doesn't fumble on the floor.
And we love some Desmond here.
I believe Des can fly.
I think at the end of the day,
I believe Des can
it's going to be the right place for him.
Y'all crazy.
I believe Des can fly.
That song was written by Antoine Smitty Smith.
Number 1 of the charts for 3 weeks.
Y'all didn't know I could produce records too high.
That's right. He's the DJ Khaled of Atlanta sports creators.
I told you I'm the Kurt Franklin and the DJ of Southern Silk. I do my thing.
cousin James is in the house. What's going on, man? Let's get it. GA is here. He said that's Arthur Smith's fault. He prematurely named DR the starter during training camp instead of having direct competition. All Arthur Smith is doing right now is trying to save his job. Brother,
Bingo.
Me, Smitty.
Bingo.
We have Smitty. How many times did we talk about that?
Man, me, Uncle Steve, Big Low Country, and Berto been talking about that since training camp.
before training camp.
Before training camp, right?
So that is it. Mass Collector, he's a fan.
Just the other night, I was telling Arthur Smith to play Heinicke.
Taylor Heinicke is your quarterback, sweetheart. William Amy's in the house. What's going on, William? How you doing? Say Arthur Blank need fire. Need to fire Arthur Smith. You know, I'm not even going to come back to it. And then he says, I owe you an apology. For what? For what, brother? Look, if we talking about sports, I hope it's not anything about sports, William. We all in this together. Let me tell you something. Again, today is not a day to round the circles for, I didn't want Ritter. I didn't want whatever, because at the end of the day, this move was being made because we can't score, because our offense has been stagnant. So this is not, a time where, trying to boast. I told you, no, I don't do all that. I'm kind of mad because guess what? These guys have to get used to Taylor's cadence. As we see, Smitty's favorite center, Drew Dahlman, got to learn how to get the ball to him in a way. Smitty, you want to say, that's your hero.
No. I stick with Parker Hisford. I stick with Drew Dahlman.
Wow.
That says a lot.
That says a lot. Robert's in the house. Robert said, let's score some points in the first half. Tyler says, thank you. We should get Sue. Now, we talked about that a little bit yesterday. Tell him what you told me, Smitty. We were talking about Ndamukong Suh. My first thought when we didn't make a move at the trade deadline yesterday,
I would have thought about making that move. Yeah. He's 37 years old. That's true enough. But let's be real. Like I told you, defensive linemen are much more destined to play longer than any other position, because Bruce Smith, Reggie White, both of those guys are 40 when they retired. But you bring in a guy like Ndamukong Suh who can move up and down the line and give you a veteran presence on the line in the locker room, I think it would have been a smart move. The only reason why I would not do it is because he probably wants anywhere from $5 to $7 million, which is too much for just 8 games.
Right. I agree with you. Running by a lot of folks, man. A lot of y'all coming in. Dwayne Ruffin, Be Passionate, Passional TV, Antonio Jacobs, Joe Joseph, Mass Collector, Robert. We see all of y'all in here. I'm trying to go by as many as we can, getting more people. Richard Russell comes in here with some more breaking news. He says Desmond Ritter is garbage. Richard. Around here, we don't use that for our money, Desmond. I love Desmond. We love Desmond around here. So. Appreciate you, Richard. Mike Hollywood is in the house. What's up, Mike? Say Taylor will get the run game going because teams will stop stacking the box. Let's see. Slim Guy is in the house. He said he loves Desmond too. I love Desmond. Everybody does. Okay. Albert comes in. What's up, Albert? He said, you're both wrong. You're both wrong. Arthur Smith sold these bets on Ritter. Now there's no way he can get back to him. Heinicke's been in the league 9 years. Ain't no one kept him. Ritter will be great, but not in Atlanta. I love Desmond. Albert, we appreciate your opinion.
One thing about that, Albert, if you feel that way, then that tells me Arthur Smith not doing his job. Because why he can't be great in Atlanta?
That's my thing. And again, we talked about this eloquently Monday, Smitty. Arthur was the one that had an opportunity to put him through real competition this summer. Right. Arthur was the one that had an opportunity to put him in the preseason to truly see against live bullets from other teams, was he prepared? Arthur was the one that said, I have an 8 to 9 play script for him for 3 games and said that's it.
Right.
So we
And
can't go back and start making excuses for his development and growth now when you had
because he had a
opportunities
chance. Yeah.
back then. And I'm gonna let you go ahead, Smitty,
And
because
and
I
we
know
and
you
we
were
talked
saying the
about
same
that.
thing.
We talked about that during the draft. So going into this year, he need to get many snaps as he can going into the regular season. But guess what? Even though it's a second, third string, or fourth string practice squad defense, it's still repetitions. So he can get everything down pat. If he's still staring down receivers this late in the season, guess what? He's gonna keep doing it because he didn't practice not to do it. Practice at Flower Branch is totally different from live action on the football field against somebody else that totally thinks different, that can bait you into making bad throws, that can get after you as a defensive end. It's just totally different. So it was on Arthur Smith, and I got fried about it in the preseason. Oh, he don't need to do it. He'll be fine. Okay.
Smitty don't know
Okay.
what he's talking about. Smitty
Okay.
Smitty just throwing stuff against the air and
Yeah.
see if it works.
Yeah, but see,
Smitty don't know what he's talking about.
but
Smitty talking about Arthur Smith is not smart.
let me say this too.
And folks, I'm not speaking for Smitty. He can speak for himself. Smitty doesn't want Arthur Smith to fail. He coaches the Atlanta Falcons. Why do we want him to fail? But he is making some very strange decisions. And he is, even this whole debacle about Ritter concussion, Ritter cleared, Ritter thing. Dude, why are we going through this stuff? Either he's hurt, he's cleared, or he's not.
But see, when we talk about these things, even when they win, and when we won those first two games, we were still trying to break down the problem that Desmond was still having. Nobody wanted to hear, oh, y'all hating because they winning. We won the game. What else matters? What matters is his development. We saw it in the Carolina and the Green Bay game that he still hadn't developed like he's supposed to. But no, we hating and we don't like our quarterback, but we just telling y'all the truth. And now that y'all see it, hey, what's y'all complaint now?
We don't like the team. We don't like the team. We hate everything about it. Got another super chat in the house. Go down here to our brother. Our brother Greg is in here.
Super chat.
Come on, do it with me, Smitty. Come on now. You can't be on the screen and not.
I can't dance.
Smitty trying to act like Kurt Franklin even danced, Smitty.
I ain't never seen Kurt Franklin. I just seen him scream in the microphone.
And the next super chat in here for $5, we're gonna make Smitty dance. So
it's gonna take a lot more than that because I go in there and get my thong out the
that's right. Smitty said he's Magic City. He's Magic City potential. He ain't taking those $1 bills in here. Brother Greg, man, appreciate you as always, man. He says, it pains me to do my Army buddies New Orleans Aints custom Jordans. We spoke football this morning. We said we are in better than them this season on defense and said our Falcons are better than we're playing. I agree. You know what that was, Greg? He said that so you can't jump ahead of time. Man, when we play New Orleans, if this offense is going to do what I think it's going to do,
New Orleans ain't got a chance.
New Orleans can't step with us, man.
They ain't got a chance.
Man, trying to tell you, brother, that's just real. Appreciate y'all. As y'all coming in the chat, make sure y'all like the video. I know we're doing through Smitty Sports Machine and Uncle Steve's Lounge. Y'all make sure y'all check both of us out. Also check out our buddies, Berto on 95 North Sports Talk. And I couldn't even talk to him real good. I think he was in there getting naked for this move. Our brother, Big Low Country Sports. I was trying to call him. He said, I'm getting naked, man. Call me back. I said, yeah, I don't want none of that. So let me let you put some clothes on.
He was butt naked frying catfish.
Shout out to our brother Big Low.
Man.
And again, the chat is just on fire. I'm trying to go through as many as I can, y'all. Kevin is in the house. Right move that Kevin says. Cheesecake's in the house. What's going on, Cheesecake? Said, let's go. Taylor Heinicke. Joe Joseph is in here. J. Dot said Smith just put himself on the hot seat with his backwards regime. I'm glad Taylor is the new starter, though. I
Oh
hear
yeah, ain't
you.
no turning back. Ain't no turning back after this.
Well, that you're right. You're right. It's gonna be hard. Nephew Armani is in the house, and what we have to do best for the team. Heinicke process the game much faster than Ritter. Trying to go down here. Scott Glover, what's up, Scott? Say I'm drinking Heinicke on Sunday. D. Lawton says Team Heinicke, and I like that, man. Because see, look, I'm gonna tell y'all again. I'm ready to. If you're Smitty, myself, and Berto, and a lot of you guys out there and low, we've been through this team with thick and thin. We've been here through the Dave Archers, the Chris Millers, the Billy Joe Tollivers, the Jeff Georges, the Chris Chandlers, the Matt Ryans, the
David
Mike
Archer.
the David Archers, the all the way up the Joey Harringtons. I was sitting up there in 2007 actually thinking Joey Harrington was going to take us somewhere. So whoever wears the brand, folks, that's who we going for. And right now, Team Heinicke is the way to go at the moment. And guess what? If Heinicke fails and we go back to Ritter, I'm not denouncing my Falcon hood because they're doing that. They're doing that hopefully with the best chance of us winning.
And if that happened, to be honest, if he had to go back to Ritter, that means it's time for Arthur Smith to sign that pink slip.
I think he knows that too, Smitty. I actually think he knows that too. Oh man, big time super chat in here. Try to get down here to the bottom. There you go, Michael Williams.
Shout out to Michael Williams. He was on the show last week. Shout out to Mike.
Uncle Steve will chat right back.
Smitty.
I know
that's for Smitty. He paid $20 for Smitty to do it.
We'll talk right back. Every time you donate to me, you.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. Smitty, man. Smitty better get with it, man. Michael, appreciate you, man. He said, how much are you willing to bet that some Falcon podcasters who refuse to say anything negative about Ritter all of a sudden would do that for Heinicke because they do whatever wrong, like usual. They told us we didn't know football. Let me tell y'all something.
Yep. Shout out to
Michael,
Mike, man. Shout out to Mike.
Excellent point, Michael. I don't believe in the hive mind theory. And what the hive mind theory is, if one in the collective says something, then everyone else in the collective has to agree 100% with what they say. Nobody was criticizing Ritter just because his name was Desmond Ritter.
I love Desmond.
We were criticizing Ritter because Ritter wasn't playing well. And we have the truth to fall on that he wasn't playing well because there's a change being made today. So, yeah, I'm not entertaining all of that. All I'm entertaining is if Ritter is the guy, if Heinicke is the guy right now, then guess what? As Big Low would say, hey, we're going to get naked for Heinicke.
Just the other night, I was telling Arthur Smith to play Heinicke.
I can see Big Low on a pole somewhere.
Hey, Big Low just texted me, said I need to dance. So if I dance, you need to throw $100 in that collection.
Oh Lord. Now, it's not 100, but it's $4.99. Ro Stacks in the house. What's going on, Ro? Good to see you.
Chat, super chat,
all right.
Super chat.
She said all she needs just need just a little left to the right. Come on, Smitty. You an Astro, man. Don't act like you don't know. There you go. Don't try to act like you ain't from the West Side.
To your left.
Oh yeah, I done been to some crazy parties in my life, boy. Trust me.
Look, don't be telling all our secrets. You know about them bankhead parties. And
I know.
Stilson Road, Collier Heights.
Yeah.
I'm trying to act like you don't know, Smitty. See, y'all don't know. Smitty,
Church Street and all that, Baker Road. You know I know.
Smitty is playing the Buckhead version, but I know Smitty. Smitty got roots where I got roots.
That's why I'm smooth, because I know how to hide.
Ro, we appreciate you.
Oh,
say
man.
good move with the quarterback change. I expect the running game to be potent because team won't be stacking the box once Tyler Heinicke burned them in the passing game. Smitty, talk to that a little bit, because it was weird how for those of us who don't really analyze as deep as you. I know I always come. Anytime, I'm just telling y'all right now, between him, Lowe, and Berto, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I'm the X and O's guy. I'm not the analytical guy, so I go to them all the time, and especially Smitty. Smitty,
Right.
explain to us why the offense looked so much better when Heinicke came in that second half yesterday.
It's
Sunday.
It's actually easy. It's what I've been saying for the last 3-4 weeks. Push the ball downfield and it'll open up the run game. Bijan Robinson had 11 carries for 62 yards last week. And guess what? Most of those yards came out the halftime. So when you're moving the ball like you're supposed to and not, eyeing down just one receiver and spreading the ball around, it opens up the run lane. That's exactly what happened. So as I look at it going forward, I expect this Sunday, I expect him to make the same amount of throws, push the ball down the field still. And what I love about this move the most is Arthur Smith will be able to open up the playbook a little bit more, because he'll have a little bit more faith in that veteran quarterback instead of having to, keep the training wheels on Dez. So I think this not only helps Taylor Heinicke, it also helps Arthur Smith in the long run.
We got another super chat in the house. Our brother.
Man, hey, Berto, stop telling my business.
Uncle Steve will chat right back. I know when you super chat.
I know Berto is the resident.
Berto just telling my business, and he be right there with me.
Donate to me, you.
He be right there with me at the skating rink.
Berto, appreciate it, man. Berto says, true story. Smitty is a regular at Cascade on Fridays. Now, he telling all your business.
Telling all my business.
All your business. Speaking of telling all your business, boy, look who else showed up. Look, boy.
Chat, super chat.
I told you, he's put a towel on now.
Super chat.
He ain't naked no more. He said he gonna cover the chat. Big Low Country Sports is here.
To your left.
He said, Smitty, know he be dancing. We were just rehearsing for our Jackson 5 style victory tour last weekend. What do you say about that, Smitty?
I kind of fluked on that routine, but I think I can turn it around. I think I can turn it around.
Man, y'all are all right, man. Listen again, running through here real quick, man. Downtown is here. DBN report is here. DBN says Desbian said if you take everything away bad, Ritter did, then he's great. We shouldn't say anything bad. Yeah.
Shout out to Lethal, man. Y'all go check her out on YouTube.
Absolutely. Bucks raise Bolts said, why bench Ritter? Well,
inconsistent. One word, inconsistent.
But Bucks raise Bolts. You may not have been watching all of our games. Maybe not. I don't know. Downtown says Ritter has 6 passing touchdowns, 6 interceptions. That's why he is a genius.
He said that's why genius. He was talking about the previous comment as to why we sat there in the Ritter. He a turnover machine. He a turnover machine the last 3 weeks.
He has been a turnover machine. Yeah, that's probably why he sat down the very last time. Alberto says, can it get worse with Tyler? I don't know.
Only time will tell.
Yeah. Kenneth. What's up, Kenneth? Say, I don't believe in a head coach using medical to change quarterbacks as opposed to being a man and announcing this officially. Turns out Smith did the same with Mariota. Smith is a pathetic coward. Kenneth, you are so legit because you're right. It's like he hid behind.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely.
He absolutely hid behind this cloak of the medical stuff. Again, fast forward. Sorry, I said that last night. Rewind back to last year when they knocked Tua Tagovailoa out so hard that he came up convulsing. They put him on the sideline. He went under the tent. They say, Tua, count to 10. He got to 7. They gave him some Tylenol. And he was right back out there on the field. So you can't sit here and tell me that you don't, if that's your best opportunity to win as a coach, that you're not trying to get him back out there. It just doesn't make any sense. It
but
really doesn't.
not only that, think about it, when you see him come out the second half, he had on an earpiece and a baseball cap.
Right.
What did that tell you? You can't make up no lie for that.
He was watching the pay-per-view. He was listening to
no, I think he was actually calling Dave Ragon and bringing the DoorDash to the sidelines. But you can't make it up, man. If you see a guy with a baseball cap and an earpiece in his ear, that lets you know he's done the rest of the day. It ain't got nothing to do with a concussion. When he was cleared and he did not come back in, that tells you right there it was time for a change, and they knew it. So just like the chat just said, just be a man about it and just tell everybody the truth. Don't make up lies. You already done got in trouble for lying.
I don't even understand why he would. I mean, I really don't. See, let's get it to Z. GA, what's going on, brother? Thank you so much. He said, Smitty hit him with the snake. I think he said he wants to see that snake again. Smitty.
Hey, man.
Hey, there it is. There it is. I'm just trying to say, let me tell y'all something. This better than Magic City. Hey, listen, if y'all want me to dance, y'all throw some money out there.
Hey, man, I come about this jacket.
Shake it fast. Watch yourself.
Oh, you out of control.
Anthony Boss is in the house, man. What's going on, man? Say Arthur knew his job was on the line. Hopefully with Heinicke, Smith will leave some of these crazy, dumb trick plays alone and get a first down score. And I didn't hear your individual comment of that. Tell us the absolute thought about our tight end inside the 10-yard line.
I said it last night. I said that play was doomed from the get-go. One, you had no running back in the game at that point. That's giving the play away. Two, you had a quarterback lined up outside instead of the tight end, so they could throw the pass. Three, Kyle Pitts was blocking on that play when he's the best tight end on the team who should have been catching the ball. So that play was just screwed from the jump. So sometimes you just outthinking yourself, and that's exactly what happened with that play. That's all you need to see.
Right. Ken Folk makes a good point. We talked about this as well. Ryan Nielsen for coach.
I can see it.
So if, trust me, we've been having that conversation in our circle too. If things go wrong, that's something that we need.
To be honest, I would love to see it because I know if he become the coach, I know my defense solidified, and I know I can go out and find an offensive coordinator to use these weapons no matter who at quarterback, because like I said, a great quarterback coach or a great offensive coordinator, they can work with anybody. You see it with Kyle Shanahan.
Right.
So
my brother Juan Solo's in the house. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that.
Super chat.
He said,
Uncle Steve will chat right
now
now.
the Desbians jumping on the Arthur Smith got to go delusion.
Uncle Steve will talk right back.
Juan, it's crazy.
Chat.
I just
Uncle Steve
I don't know, man.
Back.
Listen, give Arthur Smith a little bit of credit because
Uncle
at least
Steve
he knew he
talk
had
right
to
back.
do something.
Every
You know what I
time
mean?
donate
Like,
to me, you.
We all know that he didn't exactly think this thing out, in my opinion, with this whole situation. Who's to say, Smitty, you couldn't have had Heinicke come in and do the same thing Mariota did this year? Because let's put it this way: are we at least on the same page to say Heinicke is a smidge of an upgrade over Mariota?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Okay,
passing wise, yeah, no doubt.
So,
passing wise.
Why was there the rush to throw this young man out there? Because guess what, Smitty? This was calculated because if you do this, if you throw him out there, you knew the chances of pulling him back in was gonna ruffle some feathers. So this is backfiring on him altogether. Now, as somebody alluded to in the chat, you're almost tied to it now. You're tied.
Oh yeah, ain't no like I said, ain't no turning back. Because think about it. Last year, had he made this change sooner, and Desmond played in probably 8 or 9 games instead of 4 games, he probably could have shook some of those problems out of himself. But now that he got to go through 4 games this year, and don't forget, when you talk about preseason last year, he played in 2 games last preseason. He had training camp, and then this preseason only 9 snaps. It's just a recipe for disaster.
Right.
But
all right, Smart Ride. What's up, Smart Ride? Say good afternoon, fella. Astros, no Ritter to say he's holding the offense back. It's about his playbook now. No one else to blame. That's actually true too.
Yeah, that's true.
That is a very good point. What I'm gonna do real quick, and I don't want y'all to get offended. I'm gonna throw the link in here, but we're gonna throw y'all in. I'm gonna sit here in time, y'all. We're gonna try to go.
Yeah, because mine get out of hand real quick.
We gonna time you, y'all. We're gonna give y'all about a minute each. I'm gonna throw the link in here. I know y'all want to talk about it. Y'all know y'all on Uncle Steve's thing, so keep the language clean. If you think you can't keep the language clean, don't even come on. But I'm gonna put the link out here. 1 minute. Let's go. Let's see what y'all got to add to the chat today. I know everybody wants to talk about it, so let's see what y'all got. Dan Johnson says if they make a coaching change, I think the first call has to be the prime time and draft Shedeur. Prime time's not coming to Atlanta this year. Not this year.
I'd say next year or the year after.
Right. Shedeur, that's a whole different conversation, but I just don't feel like he's gonna make that move on here. My brother Juan is on here. I'm gonna put Juan on here. Juan, what's going on, my friend?
What's up, What's up, Smitty? What's going on with y'all, man?
And what's good, bro? Hanging in here, brother. Tell us how you feel, man. Gonna put you on the clock, brother. Go ahead.
Them Desmond's mad, boy. They hurt more than Taylor Swift fans with Travis Kelce, boy. Because look, I'm gonna say this. I seen something in the chat when they was like maybe his playbook will open up if because of Ritter, and that's what I think it was. Everybody want to blame Arthur Smith play calling, but it's like y'all looking at a quarterback who's in his second year, who had a whole offseason and couldn't get it right, and he's holding off his back. That's why they got to use the trick play every game. And if you look at the only thing that Ritter was consistent was that he was consistent through doing turnovers. Every other game, he would have either interception or fumbles. And in the last 2 games, he like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to keep fumbling so that way they don't say I have interceptions. So I'm glad that the person who they already said was the backup plan anyway, that they went and got from Washington, because honestly, he would have been a starter for Washington because they didn't know what they had in Howell. And that's why they went and got him from Washington. Right. So I'm glad that they decided to put in the backup plan so they can win games, and because they already knew that this defense was going to be solid enough to carry them through into the postseason. And that's all I had to say, y'all. Good talking to y'all.
I got one question before you leave. Good move or bad move? I gotta ask everybody. I know your answer already by basically say good move or bad move.
Oh, great move! They should have did after week 4. I had a whole podcast ready to fight me because I told them how trash Ritter was, and I was like, look at his numbers. He's doing better than Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts won a championship in college. What did Desmond do in college? Play for Cincinnati.
He didn't lose a home game. Juan.
He didn't lose a home game, and then he lose a home game the next week. Like, y'all shouldn't talk this dude up. Y'all really should have talked down on him. Maybe he would have played a little bit better.
Oh boy,
Juan, you the man, brother. Come check us out as always, Juan. We
you already know.
As always, my friend.
For sure.
Hey, appreciate it, Juan.
Let's get my GA's in the house, and we have a special guest from Wakanda. I think that's T'Challa. T'Challa. I think the last time we checked, according to Marvel, you're not alive. So
no. First of all, I'm still alive. I'm just with Tupac. Howdy for Jada Pinkett.
Hey man, there's some Jada lovers on here.
Y'all out of control.
We got our brother. Let's get it, GA, and my
What's up,
buddy,
bro?
my pal, my friend, who I got to get with in sometime in November. I told him me and him gonna hook together. AKA T'Challa today from the Dixon Way. My brother Larry's in the house. What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling today? I'm gonna go to you first. Let's get it, GA. Talk to me. How do you feel about the move? And just what do you think overall?
As to your first question, it's about damn time. I'll just give you my honest opinion. Smitty, what's going on, big bro? I know me and him, we talk often, and this is my philosophy, big bro. The way that this roster was constructed this year, especially on the defense side of the ball, and all the playmakers and Bijan in the draft, this roster is built to win now. We don't have time to wait for it to see if that's really can develop into that quarterback. No. Y'all just ran off a whole list of quarterbacks, from the days in the 80s, the 90s, up till now. We've been waiting for 30 damn years. I'm tired of waiting. Get somebody in there now and see what we can do with this roster, how this roster is currently constructed right now. That's just my take.
Hey man, hey y'all hold up. I got to find that collection plate.
I'm trying to tell you, but
Hey, bravo.
I have been saying the same thing before I get to and real quick before I get to Larry, real quick. Rusty, thank you so much. Super chat in the house. Concussion gate, musical chairs is not a good game to be playing at quarterback year after year. Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot seats are getting warm. Go get a quarterback this offseason. I'll disagree with you one. Terry is not going to get. But what Terry did to clear the docks on this team is keeping him good. Now he's trusting Arthur to make this all work. And like my brother just said a second ago, you brought together a defense we ain't seen in this city in decades.
Yep.
That has come together. So I hear you on Smith. I'm not sure that's a Terry thing. Larry, talk to me. What you think about today's move, my friend?
Oh, what a beautiful day. Oh, happy day. When winter is gone.
But you don't take that mask off, we gonna kill you again.
But no.
Y'all out of control.
No, I mean it had to happen. We talked about this yesterday, Smitty, on the show, man. It was time for Ready to go. I mean, we appreciate him trying, but he just couldn't do it, man. He just couldn't do it. He needed more time to develop. Unfortunately, it's kind of showing that Arthur Smith could not, develop the young man as his ego thought he could. That's why he placed him as the number one starter without any competition. So it kind of is what it is now. He's in a rock and a hard place. I agree with you, gentlemen, that he knows his job on the line, so he had to make this move. Plain and simple. He had to make this move. His job is on the line.
But I'm gonna be real with y'all, and Uncle Steve can contest to this. I've been talking about Arthur Smith being on the hot seat since last year, and it was one of the reasons why because of his ego. And Sean, I heard me say that too. So that's just what it is.
It absolutely is what it is, gentlemen. I appreciate both of y'all.
Salute. Go Falcons.
Hey, can I say one more thing, please? Can I say one more thing?
Not only can you say one thing, you have the floor, my friend.
Well, Smoothie and my man just alluded to it. Me, I'm a realist. I said it from the beginning. I told Smitty, Lou, Berto, I said it to everybody. Arthur Smith's ego is what's going to help us in the end. Yep. I said it since day one. And it's holding serve up till 9 games into the season now. That was all I wanted to say. His ego is the problem.
Yep.
Right. All right, fellas, I'm gonna let y'all sneak out because we got a crowded batch behind here. Y'all make sure y'all
Appreciate
check
you all,
these
big
guys
bro.
out on their platforms. Check them out later on. We got it busy today. I'll get back with y'all later on. Y'all be good now. Appreciate you. We got C Double in the house, and our brother Chris Rogers is
What's
here.
going on?
What's
What's
going
going
on,
on?
fellas? How y'all doing today?
What's up,
What's
man?
up, fellas?
What's
No
up?
doubt.
Talk to me, y'all. We trying to, and I'm trying to be respectful of time because it is crowded back here in the back lot. Go ahead, C Double. Let me hear what you got to say, my friend, and thank you for joining us, brother.
Hey, no problem. No problem. Love the show, Smitty. What up? And I'm still looking for the Black Panther. He was here just a few minutes ago. But
He
anyway,
died twice.
oh man, God, I always lose him, man, for real. All right. Look, I love the move. We needed Taylor to be the quarterback. Do y'all find it kind of interesting how, I don't know, a crazy man over in Las Vegas decided to fire a GM and a coach with 4 years left on a deal? Maybe could have also helped, I don't know, maybe spurred the decision to put a quarterback in to play quarterback. Because I'm definitely interested in this play call and how the genius is going to call the game.
Yeah, we try to figure that one out.
Man, look.
I have no idea.
I mean, he likes to play the high and mighty game and wants to play off like, he knows it all, but he's had a couple of weeks where he's getting humbled.
Very much so. Very much so. Chris, talk to me, brother. How you doing, first of all? I see you all the time in here, brother. Talk to us, man. Appreciate you joining us. Tell us how you feel today.
Man, let me tell you, man, it's a blessing, man. I want to tell you, though, like, is it just me or does Arthur Smith just seem like a huge narcissist? It's not just about being an egotistic. It's not just about his ego, man. It goes back to last year. You had a quarterback in there who was clearly not it. And yet we were playing in a terrible division just like this year. We had a chance to win it. Now you have a young quarterback that you didn't know what you really had. You got him in the third round. You didn't know what you had in him. You waited until, week 13 was it, till he got in there? Right. In my opinion, if we would have went to him earlier, you could have seen what you had, right? But you didn't. You waited. You waited till too long. So now you go into this year, you sign Heinicke, who clearly is a better starting quarterback than Mariota. Let's not ever get that twisted, right?
Right.
So now, though, you're in the same situation, though, because now we have to go into the draft or free agency with a quarterback where we could have maybe addressed that this offseason. But now we're in the same situation where we're fighting in a bad division with a cupcake schedule, right? I mean, think about this. We're about to play another rookie quarterback, and Arthur Smith's ego is the only thing that's holding us back. That is the most frustrating part of me as being a fan. It's like we deserve better, though. Does that make sense?
That made complete total sense because
crystal clear.
I just feel like he should have started him last year. Just threw him in the fire. He would have been farther along because you bring in a guy that hasn't started in 2 years to start over him when they're really in the same position as knowledge-wise. So. Yeah, I agree. It's ego, man.
So if I encapsulate all of that, Chris, I think you're trying to tell us Optimism Smith is a genius. I think that's what you're trying to tell us, Chris.
Well, one more thing, and then I'm gonna let you guys go, man. But I just want to say this too, though. At the beginning of the year, before the season started, Arthur Blank came out and said Smith was on a 3-year plan. This is year 3. This is going into week 9. And again, in a terrible division, I just don't see him making it no matter what happens. Even if we squeeze in there and play in the first round of the playoffs, I just don't think we can bring this guy back. I don't think he's a good fit. He don't take blame for anything. I just think it's time for us to just move on. And like Smitty said, though, let the defensive-minded coach be the head coach and get a real offensive coordinator in here because this guy clearly is not it. You can't have Bijan Robinson taking 11 carries a game. What are we doing? So you can't let CP run the rock and take possessions away from our number 8 overall pick. I just don't understand what's going on. It's hard to watch.
Make sure y'all when you get a chance, Chris, I need you and C Double to join me on my regular chat when we get a chance, when we don't have this traffic rolling up here. Great views from both of y'all. I appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. We're going to move on to two more people here. And thank you, Chris. Appreciate you. We have our resident Astro in the He's house. Is Miss Lisa here in the house. And we have King Richie joining us as well. How y'all doing today?
Doing good. Hey, Steve. Hey, Smitty.
Hey, Lisa.
Ma'am. Okay, Lisa. The floor is yours. And y'all forgive me. Lisa gonna get more time.
No, I'm gonna. Mine is.
No. I look.
She'll feel the Astro. She'll feel the Astro. So she get 30 seconds. She get 30 more seconds.
Lisa.
My biggest thing, and I don't know if I was on your show, Steve, or maybe even yours, Smitty, when we asked what was our biggest, the thing we were most going to be concerned with for this upcoming season, I said my wild card was Arthur Smith. I feel like it has played out because he's doing double duty as head coach and offensive coordinator. We've all complained about his play calling, in-game situational play calling. It is problematic, right? And so while I know the whole civil war between, Desmond Ritter supporters and non-supporters, it begins with Arthur Smith for me because of the reasons that you both have said before. Arthur Smith told us Desmond was ready. We trusted him when he told us he was ready. Hence, no competition in training camp for QB1. Desmond played, one offensive series in preseason, which ended in a red zone INT. But, as a Falcons fan, I'm like, hey, you see him every day. We're trusting you to make the best decision for the team. And now, what do we, going into week 9, now there's a QB1 change. So for me, it begins and ends with Arthur Smith. I just don't know if he's the guy for us. And we even talked about, you got all these, toys on offense, yet we struggle to score. I just, I can't, again, you told us Desmond was ready. Now we see that he's not ready. And then just how you handled, what was it with Bijan, headache gate, and now concussion gate is horrible. I feel like he's playing in our faces. So I'm just mad at Arthur Smith above and beyond anybody else affiliated with the Falcons at this point. So that's my rant.
King, forgive me for 1 second, because I got to follow up with Lisa for something. Tell us the temperature before this week, because if y'all don't know, Lisa does some work with Blog and Dirty, and she's in the fire with folks, y'all, so she can get a better temperature of what people are thinking. What was the thought over the last few days of this potential quarterback move from people you've been talking to on the inside? Just a collective, not anyone individually, but what's the collective thought to stay with Ritter, or to make the change now? What's been kind of the
I can say, and I guess it's ironic, or I don't know if it's considered to be ironic, but I was at our first loss in Detroit where we scored 6 points. I was just like, well, dang, 6 points, not a touchdown to be found. So I was just like, well, wait a minute. You know what I mean? Went to London. You were in London. Oh, both of you. Were you in London, Smitty?
No, I ain't going to London.
Okay, but I know Steve went. So we struggled to get 1 touchdown. And I'm just like, well, wait a minute.
emphasis on struggle?
Yeah, it was a struggle. The London TD didn't happen until the second quarter, right? Or sorry, second half. Excuse me, second half.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting here like, where is this high power offense? Because in my mind, I had said I expected 25 points from the Falcons. I expected 3 TDs at a minimum, or I guess 24, 3 TDs and at least a field goal. It was a struggle. And then I was in Nashville. I had the same feeling I had in Detroit and London. Why is our offense struggling? So to answer your question, I mean, at some point, look, with how the NFC South is shaking up, we've given basically Desmond half a season, right?
Right.
It is what it is at this point. If we're trying to win, and given that our defense has kept us in games, and we saw how Heinicke was able to just get the offense moving. It was so stagnant, in Nashville. Couldn't do anything that first half. I mean, even Tori McElhaney tweeted about it. I think she ended her first tweet saying our offensive struggles continue in the first half. So this is not in Detroit, you're like, okay, well, first loss. London, you're just like, well, what's happening here? Now it's just like, okay, I've seen enough where we just cannot get the ball moving and there's no rhythm or fluidity to our offense. And you wonder why. Then these weird trick plays. I'm just like, come on, Arthur Smith. So for me, I'm mad at him because he told us that Desmond was ready. And then I'm just mad at him because his play calling has not done the team any favors.
Absolutely. Lisa, we know we always appreciate you jumping on here with us. Don't be a stranger.
Oh, well, thank you for having me on.
We'll see you at the game on Sunday, okay?
Okay. Bye, y'all. Thank you.
Bye, y'all. All right, King, I apologize, man. Thank you so much, man. Y'all don't, I'm not letting personal information out. Lisa and I graduated together from the great high school of Douglas High School, so that's why I have a little bit more connection with her as far as these Falcons and things like that. King, talk to me. What you feeling, my friend?
I'm gonna be honest. I got a whole different take than everybody else. Cause truthfully, I'm not mad at Arthur Smith, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because first of all, I'm gonna make it short and sweet. It's not his play calling, because I've seen his plays. He'll come out and you will think he throwing and he running. I've seen how he motion and switch up his plays. It's not his play calling. It's simply the only reason I'm mad at Arthur Smith is because the one thing that everybody know every rookie lacks is what? Experience.
Right. Yeah.
You have Taylor Heinicke back here. This man done played in damn near every offense. My bad for the word. This man has played in every offense that you can think of for the last 7 years. Ain't too much different scheming you can do for him that he hasn't seen defensively.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus, he had smaller receivers, so him overthrowing his receivers at one point was a problem. I'm gonna be honest, with the weapons that we got, I think Taylor gonna be a beast because now he has 6'4" receivers that can go up and get it, like a Drake London, a Mac Hollis, a Kyle Pitts. Then you done added your speed receivers back because he can actually stretch a field. So to me, Arthur Smith's truthful only problem was what we said from the beginning: competent quarterback play. Because see, you're not gonna have to have Taylor Heinicke out there throwing 40 times a game because you got running backs. He didn't even have a running back for real in Washington. Not like the type running backs we have in Atlanta. You can, because I know personally, if you give Kyle Shanahan this offense, you could, like I continuously say, you could not stop him. Bijan would be the next Debo Samuels. You will have our Jill back there looking like a world beater. Cordero back there look. It's just the quarterback play. Because I think the reason he called certain plays because for one, I think the reason he called that trick play with John Lewis because Desmond had what? Interference-itis in the red zone. Let's just keep it real. He had interference-itis. So that lets you know he didn't even trust him to throw it in the red zone because you calling a trick play with your second string tight end. That's all that told me. You really lost trust in him, and you had to beat yourself across the head to admit it. But I'm gonna tell you what I think made him admit it, because as soon as I woke up, first thing was on my notification with a head coach and GM got fired together. Arthur Blank seeing how GMs are handling their business now. Whether Terry making right decisions or not, yeah, you can be gone too. So Terry, I don't think it was Arthur Smith and Rich McKay. I think it was Terry.
It might have been. Hey, Smitty, do me a favor because I'm putting the link in here, and there's a lot of people saying that they're not getting the link, and I don't know whether that maybe is on my side or not, but I've put the link in there like 8 times. So the people who are on here are getting on. But if you can copy that and put it in your thing, maybe that's why. I don't know. And that might be because you're going through Smitty. Yeah, Smitty got it right there. Okay, there you go. All right, talk to me. That one Falcon fan. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you in here. Thank you for joining us in. Talk to me. Tell me how you feeling.
What's happening, man?
Oh,
Man.
yeah, man.
All right, man. It's really, I don't know what to say, man. You cannot deny the fact that we are in quarterback purgatory. Like, I'm just saying it right now. We are in quarterback purgatory. Ever since we started throwing ourselves on Matt Ryan, saying he has to go, we gave him away. Okay, we gave him away, and now look what has happened. All the Matt Ryan haters, look what has happened. We don't have a good quarterback anymore. We got Mariota, we have Ritter, we have Heinicke. None of these quarterbacks are better than Matt Ryan. We should have kept Matt Ryan, and maybe we could have gotten Ritter to at least give him a good quarterback to teach him. But unfortunately, that didn't happen, you know. And we should have benched Ritter since week 4. Week 4 when he threw like 2 interceptions versus the Jaguars. But Arthur Smith, he is too stubborn. We should have benched Mariota week 10 versus the Panthers. Like when he fell on his back trying to make a pass, that was the worst play I've ever seen. I'm like, come on, you have to change the team. And I don't think we'll ever be good again just because we don't have the right quarterback for this team. We should have kept Matt Ryan, and none of this would have happened. We wouldn't be talking about this constantly about getting another quarterback because now we're looking at 2024. Probably had to get Shedeur Sanders, probably had to get Drake May or someone else. And we don't know how they could pan out. And we probably had to go get another quarterback in 2025 and so on and so forth. We're basically the Colts. If you think about it, we're basically the Colts. They don't have a good quarterback. Ever since Andrew Luck retired, they had Brissett, they had Wentz, they had all these quarterbacks, and none of them were good. Anthony Richardson is out for the year, and they're rolling with Gardner Minshew. So we have no idea what they're going to do.
It's gonna be a real challenge in the next couple of years to kind of figure this out. As far as the quarterback situation, fellas, King, that one, we appreciate you. We got a couple of people waiting on the outside. I'm gonna jump y'all out real quick. Thank y'all for joining us and always supporting us. We appreciate y'all. We'll catch y'all this weekend. I got my brother Nat. I don't know if that's gonna be Nat. Is that Nat or Nate, brother? Nat Bookie. Nat Bookie. I got you, brother. Hey, listen, man. Atlanta Public Schools education. Sometimes I be messing stuff up like that. So don't get too
no problem.
My brother William Amy, man. William, I'm sorry about that, man. I think it was the link was coming through on my side and not Smitty's side. That's why you just getting in. We're gonna go to Nat first, William next, and I see you, Slim. We're gonna bring you up in 1 second as soon as we get you out of here. Go ahead, Nat. We're gonna put you up, man, about 1 minute. Let's talk what we think about this move today.
Okay, I think everybody happy that Taylor Heinicke is the starting quarterback now. But my whole thing is now, by that happening, we noticed that this really will not be the future. And then we expect to make a playoff push with Taylor Heinicke, which means if we do that, we will have a high draft pick. And we're pretty sure that Taylor Heinicke is not the future for us as well. So what will we do at that quarterback spot for us next year?
I think we go out to a veteran, to be honest, because if the way I'm reading it, if Arthur Smith does come back next year, he's definitely gonna need a veteran quarterback. And one guy that keeps coming to mind, and they tried to look into it this past offseason, Kyler Murray. And I know a lot of people won't like that, but you got to think he's the mobile quarterback that they like. He has a strong arm, and I think with the right offensive line, he could be deadly with a lot of weapons, something that he did not have in Arizona. So that's one name that comes to mind right off.
And that's the person that I was thinking as well, Kyler Murray. If we get him and put him in this offense, hands down, we'll be a problem. Guaranteed. But that's all I had to say, though.
Appreciate you, bro.
No problem.
Yo, y'all can hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, man. Man, shout out to Uncle Steve Smith and Smitty Smith Sports team. Man, I like y'all content. Basically, man, I was voicing my opinion, to Matt, Mike, man. I try to be patient with them dudes, man, but them dudes some clowns, man. I ain't trying to hear the kind of bash them or whatever they do. That's their opinion. But I'm telling these old head dudes, like, I respect them. But I was saying, like, I'm voicing my opinion, how I'm seeing. I'm glad that we got Taylor Heinicke, but it was Arthur Smith fault from the junk. Like you said, Sports Machine and Uncle Steve, they should have been got rid of some help or trying to at least have some competition and put our players preseason start.
Right.
Because I feel like now it's like our offensive line got to step up. Drew Darman, Caleb McGregory, and Jake Manson, them guys got to step up because we got a tough tag against Minnesota Vikings. I'm not taking them lightly, but they got to pass protect and they got to block good and keep our quarterback clean and to win this game. But moving forward, man, I just feel like Arthur Smith is not the right head coach, man. He lied to us and said that he want this team to be a +20 team. And, man, I'm just saying, man, we don't have time to be having patience. This is when now. And Arthur Blank stated that. So I feel like Arthur Smith kind of lied to us, man. And I just think moving forward, man, we need to go ahead and let go of Dave Ragoon and the special team coach. We got to start looking for some more players with experience and trying to lead his team to victories. Look at Dan Campbell did. Not trying to like him what he did, but that man is a true leader. He not got his team players and did the right thing. I just feel like Arthur Smith don't bring a lot passion with his team, man. I really don't.
Yeah. I agree with that, man, and I agree with that wholeheartedly, man. But I think going forward, it's not about what he said, is what he's producing on the field, and he is not producing to me enough energy. This team looked like they had a whole lot of energy the first 2 weeks, and then it seemed like the energy just fell off a cliff. So him being inconsistent, just like the quarterback, I think at the end of the day, they have to get on the same page, and they did not get there. But now that Heinicke is in there, like I said, I think he'll be able to open up the playbook a little bit more, and we'll really be able to see what this offense can do. But if that falls through, just expect the coach to change at the end of the year.
And before I let y'all go, man, I'm gonna say, man, I feel like they need to go ahead and promote Ryan Ness as our head coach and move Jerry Grant as our defense coordinator. That's all I'm saying. I'm out, man.
I appreciate
right,
you,
well.
brother. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate you coming in.
Appreciate you too, man.
I gotta get a call from my buddy Marcus. Y'all make sure y'all check Marcus out on the Mark on YouTube. As I told you before, I don't know if you just want to sit down, let your mind go, and just listen to the thoughts of a real Falcon fan. That's the place to go, my brother Mark. How you doing, my friend?
What's going on? Can y'all hear me?
Well, we hear
Oh
you.
yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
All right. Hey,
Perfect.
I gotta make sure I ain't got no echo because Smitty don't be playing about that, man.
Oh dang. You know what, Mark? Dude, I know. And again, you're not a I told you so person because we don't rock like that.
Nope.
But at the same time, it is a little interesting because there are going to be some certain hot spots to be put out today based on what happened. What's your feeling about it, brother? The floor is yours.
Man, honestly, fam, the writing's been on the wall. It's been on the wall. Hold on for a second. I told folks, man, you can't sacrifice 52 players for the development of one player if you're playing to actually make the playoffs. Now,
Right.
Let's look at a team like Washington. Washington just got off a couple of players. Sam Howell is safe because you're not expecting that team to go anywhere. The best time for them to have started Desmond Ridder was last year.
Yep.
But they rode the wave with Marcus Mariota, and he rode that wave for too long because he waited until we were mathematically out of the playoffs to start this kid. Then he named him the number one guy with no competition. Then no preseason. So he kind of put this boy in a box. So we look at Desmond, and listen, I like this kid, man. People be thinking I'm hating on this kid, but I'm like, if you go back and watch my videos from the 4 games last year in the offseason, I was
Never
actually
showing
rooting for
love.
this kid.
Yeah, showing
I was
the
rooting
love,
for this
man.
kid. But again, you can't miss what your eyes are seeing. What we're seeing since the Jacksonville game is his game fall off a cliff. Now he can't hold on to the ball. You know, throwing picks, threw 3 picks, and then 3 fumbles in back-to-back games. Then started the game off Sunday with a fumble. So it's like, okay, man, now you have an interception problem, you have a fumble problem, and now you're having an awareness problem. Those are 3 things you cannot have as a damn quarterback. So I'm
Yeah,
looking at this. Then
that's a
here's the
reflection
crazy
on the
part.
coach, though. That's a
Yeah,
reflection
but
on
then
the coach.
here's the crazy part. The
Hold on,
crazy
Steve.
part is this. We talk about the offensive line. Drew Dahlman being trash. McGarry being trash. You know, they cheeks. We all know these boys are cheeks. But here's the killer part. They played in the second half also. They played in the second half, and that offense rattled off 20 points.
Yep.
So it's like, okay, something happening here. You know, I'm not putting all this on Desmond Ridder. I've said when I said he should have been benched, the boy is not ready. Other people were talking about cutting him, you know, trading him. I said, listen, this boy is not ready right now.
Just keep him.
And
Just keep him on shelf.
and Arthur Smith is at a point to where, bro, you can't go below 500.
No.
You didn't already let 2 games get away from you. Two winnable games.
Right.
So it's like you can't lose this game to Minnesota coming in here with their backup starting.
Right.
I don't think Jefferson's playing, and you're playing at home.
Right.
You just saw a quarterback put up 20 points in the second half. It's like, bro, if you would have rolled Desmond Ridder back out there on Sunday, it would have been a mutiny in that locker room. The fans definitely would have let you know the minute we went 3 and out. They would have let you know in that stadium by booing you. So
and this week, Marcus, when you think about what he did inside the 10-yard line, and I want you to talk about this real quick before we get to Slim. The confidence that you show in your quarterback by doing a trick play with your tight end inside the 10-yard line. How much confidence is that showing in your quarterback, the one that you said was ready, if you're doing trickery inside the 10?
Yeah, man, there's a lot of things Art has done, you know, in this 7 games where you can see the confidence is gone. I think one time we ran the ball 12 straight times. We're running the ball on 3rd and 6. You look at the deep passes, it almost seems like it was non-existent. Then all of a sudden, Taylor Heinicke gets in there. We spinning the ball down the field. You know what I mean? So I get Art trying to protect this kid. I get it. I understand that 100%. But like I've been saying, you don't have to justify a 74th pick. You don't have to justify it, fam. If the guy is not the guy, he's not the guy right now. It's okay to admit that. It's okay to admit that. You know, but Art, he did it as long as he could, fam. He did it as long as he could. The biggest problem is when he rolled Taylor Heinicke out there and this boy started producing immediately. Then it was like, okay, listen, he got a concussion. Desmond Ridder got a concussion. It's going to be day to day. And I'm like, man, Wednesday, this boy going to announce Taylor Heinicke is being the starter. He playing games right now. But I know when we start seeing the first team reps, Taylor Heinicke better be taking them, because if not, the boy job gone.
Yep.
So again, man, you know, hopefully, you know, Desmond is able to learn on the sideline. We're going to find out some things about Desmond Ridder. If he gets on the sideline and he's complaining and his confidence is shot, well, obviously he wasn't your guy anyway.
Absolutely.
But if he has some resolve in him, and the next time he gets out there, he starts playing well, you know he learned something on the bench. But I'm not going to go after the Desmond Ridder stands. I'm not at least not now. When I get to the house, I might go in.
It ain't gonna do no good. Trust me.
Marcus, we appreciate you, brother. Please tell everybody where you're at, man. I know people don't. I know I told everybody else submitted, but I got my special guys that come in here when they get a chance. Marcus, tell them where you're at, man, and tell them when next time you're gonna be on. We know you're on after the game. Are you coming on anytime soon in light of this breaking news?
Man, as soon as I get to the house, fam. As soon as I get to the house and to the computer, I'm on it.
Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to On the Mark, so when he does get that video out, he can put it. Y'all can get the notifications.
And
it work. Go ahead.
And those rants that he go on be classic.
Oh,
you can relate to anything he says, and he tells the truth. He just like me. He just tell it like it is, and a lot of people just scared of the truth. That's why he gets hated on. Yeah. But go ahead, Slim. My bad.
What's up? What's up, Smitty?
Hey, your brother.
Now the thing here's, I think they should have been set Ritter, because Ritter's a 3rd round draft pick. You don't get the luxury to.
Last year they waited too long. They waited too long and
I got
let Mariota play.
UCFN, I had you up in
there. That last year. You didn't have defense last year. You should have let Ritter play.
I think that my thing is back to what I was saying here. Ritter is a 3rd round draft pick. You don't get the luxury to bring the team down just because you got to develop. How it usually works in the NFL is the only way a 3rd round sees the field is if the starter gets hurt. And when you get out there on the field, you have to have instant success. If you don't have instant success, that means the team will be looking for another quarterback in the future. Like, it's just guaranteed. So I don't understand why people, we got to give him a chance to develop. We don't have to do none of that. Like, you are a 3rd round draft pick for a reason. And you can't compare a 3rd round to a 1st rounder like Bryce Young, because you're paying him to develop. That means you're going to create the playbook around Bryce Young. You're not going to create a playbook around Desmond Ritter unless Desmond Ritter showed he was that quarterback. Go look at Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy came. The only reason why Brock Purdy even touched the field was because the 2 starters that was in front of him got hurt, and he came in and he did instant success. That's the reason why he got the starting job. And I think the reason why Arthur Smith is kicking the can down the road with this quarterback situation is because, like I was saying weeks before, the quarterback is an extension of the head coach. And if the quarterback goes down, or if you have a quarterback controversy, most of the time your head coach is going into questioning right after. And that's why Arthur Smith is, if you actually listen to the interview, he's using symbolic words, or he's doing play on words, and he's saying only this week and stuff like that. It's because he knows he don't want to admit the Falcons are in a quarterback situation right now. You play the best option. He could have just said, we're going to play the best option on the field. We're going to put the best option on the field. And if Ritter is not it, just Ritter is not it. We shouldn't have to tie ourselves in knots trying to explain why Ritter is not the quarterback. He's just not developing. But what's up with that?
I'm sorry. I'm going to come right back to you, Slim, real quick. I want to acknowledge the super chat in here, brother Chill Rodney. Thank you so much. That Smitty, Big Low, Berto, thank y'all for all making y'all platforms entertainment and judgment free when it comes to opinions and not demeaning. Folks, that's how we work around here. Listen, we might disagree about the way things are going, but we don't. I don't do any attacking. You ain't gonna hear me putting y'all down. I can't speak for other places and stuff like that. I could just speak for what we about in here, and so that's my deal on that. I gotta go over here real quick. The brother Sean in the house, sitting over there chilling, looking like he's in a cerebral mode, knowing we just put his favorite quarterback on the bench. And Sean, Tell me what.
I love Desmond.
Look.
Hey man, but first off, let me give a shout out to ABG for welcoming me back to streaming. Man, y'all show out Sunday. Over 250 people tuned in. I can tell y'all was ready to have me back. So first and foremost, thank y'all to my fans. I miss y'all. But let me get down to cooking. We killing the wrong man. Desmond is bystander shot. He the guy who got shot as a bystander. I told y'all from the jump, Arthur Smith would be fired by 2023. Y'all killed me dead. Y'all killed me more than y'all killed Jesus. Now it's all of a sudden popular. That's really all I got to say, Uncle Steve. And I bumped those posts recently. They come back and say that. I said the man was gone. I said his decision making was very questionable.
Stay right here. I absolutely remember him saying that. And he was telling, dude, we hitting the wrong person. And he's absolutely right. Sean, I got to follow up with you real quick, though. Did he throw him into the fire way too quick? I say this, what would have been the hurt to bring in Heinicke in the same role? We acknowledged that Mariota wasn't the guy. But at least with Heinicke, we could have put him in the same role as Mariota last year and still continue to develop Ritter. He's going to be here in 24 and 25. So there was no rush to throw him out here. What do you think about that?
Again, the man think he's smarter than he is. And he thought paper cut scissors. This man couldn't win a rock, paper, scissors game. That coach just ain't it, man. And I knew it from the time he took a tight end over a potential QB. We knew Matt Ryan time was aging out. I know the last guy he still loved Matt Ryan. Fine. Matt Ryan was aging out. We had to do something at that position. So the best time to get a QB would have been that year. We were high enough in the draft to get one of the big folk. Good thing we didn't get Trey Lance like I wanted. Fine, Justin Fields. We might could have worked with that. He could have developed for 2 years behind Matt Ryan. Yes. And we could have walked away from Matt Ryan peacefully, not disrespectfully, even though I think he went out the right way. But still, he could have got 2 more years off of just doing that alone versus I love Desmond and bringing him in. That was the totally wrong way to build a team. You wasted valuable time. You put the fans through. You put everybody on blood pressure medicine, even us youngins, for no reason. For no reason. And I'll be happy if they fire Arthur Smith after the bye week.
His job is clearly on the line. Fellas, I'm going to pull both of y'all out and get my brother CF in. He's been waiting for a while. Thank you, Turbo. Appreciate you, Slim. Appreciate you, CF in. I know you've been waiting for a real second. I'm going to take this up to 2 o'clock. So if anybody else wants to get in, I'm throwing the link in here real quick. And I apologize for the wait, CF in. We've been...
But, man, it's all good, man.
Go ahead and talk to me, brother. The floor is yours.
I sit and watch y'all all day at work, man. Even when I miss y'all lives, I go back and replay them and watch them for 2 hours. I like what y'all doing. I really had one thing to say. I kind of like the Taylor Heinicke thing because he's a gunslinger. I went and watched a lot of his highlights, and I realized he don't really like check downs. He don't really like to throw it 2, 3, 4 yards. Hopefully, with him doing that, that'll give Jefferson a good way to break out some streaks. We seen him get that good pass to Miller. I think we're going to get a few of those. That's going to keep me in putting 7, 8 guys in the box where we'll get to see Bijan break for a 50, 60-yarder, hopefully. You know, no disrespect to Ritter. We all seen that this kid needed way, way more experience. I hate that, Arthur waited so long to bring him in. But some things is just you rather wait it out because you don't want the moral to drop with a team. People can say, I play sports. Some players got real relationships with certain quarterbacks and coaches, and you won't get the best from that player when you take it from them. So some things will be about morale when it comes to the coaching. Arthur Smith, a great coach. He just needs to get an offensive coaching job to someone else who's gonna call these plays the right way and he can just sit back and orchestrate his team and be a philosopher to the game, if you ask me, because he handle interviews like the best of them. He'll shoot us through the gun. We all waiting for the responses, but that's his way of keeping his composure for his team. I feel like Heinicke gonna do us good. I still say, I've been saying from when y'all was talking preseason, I'm giving Falcons 10, 11 games. We're going to win 10, 11 games. I've been saying that every time I'm in the comments. That's all I'm going to say. I got us 10, 11 games. I still see it. I see us losing maybe one more if we don't close this out with the Vikings. Well, I don't see us losing to the Saints. That's just my opinion. They building to. I see us taking over everything else from here on out if we finish with the Vikings. So, I'm rooting, man. I'm rise up till we find out what we're going to do. And back to Matt Ryan, Buddy was saying something about Matt Ryan. Matt was cooked after the Super Bowl. Let's not. Okay. Matt was cooked. After the Super Bowl, we couldn't get Matt Ryan. I'm talking about he taking 36 a game. We can't get him to put up points in the red zone. Like, we being honest, I love Matt Ryan. I don't call him Matty Ice no more. He was going to Patty Milk. You know what I'm saying? So,
when you say cooked, do you mean overcooked? Do you mean undercooked? What?
Well, I'm a medium rare steak man myself, man. You know what I mean? He was well overdone, man. After the Super Bowl, it was over with, man. But to everybody that's saying rid of this, rid of that, he's a young guy. I think the Falcons are building. In 3 years, what Arthur has done, I can't say that I'm not happy for what he has done, but he's definitely on tight ropes right now. He needs to figure some things out, and hopefully Tyler is his answer to keep his job for at least one more year.
I hope so, my brother, man. Again, I see you all the time, man. Don't make yourself a stranger when we throw these links out here, brother. You got a lot of good info on you. We appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming in on a busy day. We appreciate you and your thoughts, man. Thank you, brother.
Man, I appreciate y'all, man. Keep the show up, man. Good job.
Yes,
No doubt. Appreciate you.
Brother Cheesecake is in the house. What's up, Cheese?
Yo, what's good, man? What's good, Mr. Smitty Sports Machine? Keep doing what you're doing on Facebook, man. I've been seeing Bordeaux, right? Bordeaux. Uncle Steve Lounge, keep doing what you're doing. And I wanna make this very quick and very sweet. So the Taylor Heinicke situation, right? It's Taylor Heinicke starting to on week 9, right? Mm-hmm. It's finally time. Alex Smith, your coaching line is really on the radar. You're in the hot seat right now. Like you're cooking up in the hot seat right now. Like and like we should not lose to the Vikings or the Cardinals in the last 2 games. We should not lose to a third rookie. Remember, we got another rookie that we're playing this week. You know what I'm saying? And we just picked up a defense lineman from the Bears practice squad. If y'all didn't know, so we're gonna I feel like we're gonna be straight. We still got a quarterback situation that need to be fixed because our defense is straight, man. We got too much talent that we're wasting. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. No, and the head coach I want, bro, is Ryan Nelson, the defense coordinator. I really didn't like how Arthur Smith is the offense coordinator and the head coach. You shouldn't be no offense coordinator. Your play calling is trash. I'm sorry for everybody who likes Arthur Smith. His play calling is trash. There's no way you do a trick play in the 10-yard line and then expect us to do good. And we should be at least 7-1 or 6-2 into the NFC South right now. It's crazy to me how everybody likes Arthur Smith, man. Arthur Smith got to go. I'm sorry. We don't beat the Vikings this week, he's getting fired. He's on the radar. You got too much talent. Terry not going to get fired as a GM because he's fixing the money. We was in cap space. But I feel like Arthur Smith got to go. Desmond just need to practice on the bench and like, dang man, bro. I'm a 2nd-year rookie. You're still a rookie. You're not a vet. Heinicke, and my last thing I want to say, Smitty, is this, Smitty. Heinicke is not our future quarterback.
Oh, I know that.
We don't need, yeah, man. We don't need a quarterback instead of draft coming up. All we need to do, hey, man, we gotta get ready, man. We gotta release Ben Jefferson, bro. I mean, the way that he was wide open and then to catch that ball, that was sick.
Can you hear me?
Cheats, yeah.
TK, I thought you said it was gonna be quick, Bo. You reading the Iliad and the Odyssey over there, Bo.
My bad, bro.
I waited for a minute. Man, my lunch break
I apologize, man. I got so heated about Arthur Smith, man. Arthur Smith got to go, man. I'm sorry, man.
Getting into it over there,
She say I got stuff on my mind.
I've been with the squad since 2002, man. So, man, hey, man, it's time to go, man. I don't like, man. We should be 7. Man, we should be 6-2 right now, man.
Cheese. Tell the folks where you at, Cheese, online.
Okay, guys. I'm on YouTube, the Cheesecake Family 15. I'm on Facebook, Taylor Brooks. I'll be on Smitty's live, Roberto's live. Man, I'll be liking the trade. I do like the person that we have from the Eagles. I like how he's gonna because we need somebody to take Grady Jarrett spot, and I praise up to his family, man, because he's out for the season, man. So my prayers go up to his family, man.
You the man, Cheese. We appreciate you, brother. You hang in there.
Sir, man. Arthur Smith got to go, though. Arthur Smith got
Cheese had to get that last bit out.
She said, and I like to thank the Academy.
Hey, he got that Stevie Wonder going, did it? I like to think
He said, shout out to Cheesecake, man. Shout out to Cheese, man. What's going on, man? We got to talk about brother real quick, Big Low. And he gonna hang in here for the last couple of minutes with us. Talk to me, Low. As you're leaving Flowery Branch and talking to Arthur Blank, tell us the inside on what Arthur Blank said about this move.
Well, I can't say everything because, I can't say, whether I'm gonna be playing on Sunday or not. But the fact of the matter is, man, I think it's one of those cases. One thing that we do have to remember and keep in mind, everybody that's watching, is that we can't let this, we can't let events like this affect the fan base, right? So It's like, people get upset, and some people are naked for Desmond Ridder. Some people were fully clothed with flannel shirts and sweaters, and onesies. But the fact of the matter is that at the end of the day, we all want to win, right? So, let's all just keep that in mind. Like, we all just want to win.
That's true. We do want to win. Look, we got 2 players in the house. Got my brother Wolfman Clee in the house, and MW, the franchise player, here to talk about their thoughts on what happened today. I'm gonna go in reverse order, brother. Franchise, I want you to start us off. Talk to us about the move today and who you thought should have been chosen, Ridder or Heinicke.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I think Heinicke did enough. He showed improved in half a game why he should have been the starter in the first place. But I honestly thought that Coach Smith was going down that hill, that Ridder hill. So I'm glad he made the right choice this week. But he definitely got to prove the rest of the season. Hey, look, you got 1, the play calling, and 2, you got to set your people up for success, man. I don't think he put Ridder in a great position this season. Like the gentleman a few members earlier mentioned, like Ridder is the wrong person to shoot at. Like, we really gotta hold Arthur Smith accountable. And we also gotta keep in mind, like, this dude is a 3rd round pick. A good chunk of 1st round picks, it usually takes them about 3 or 4 years to really get it together. It wasn't that long ago they were killing Allen in Buffalo, and they were coming for Hurts in Philly. So what made us think that Ridder was going to come out the gate and be super spectacular. Like Taylor the expectations. He's a 3rd-round pick. He was in Cincinnati. He didn't necessarily light it up there. Yeah, he won a lot of home games there, but be realistic. Did he do anything to wow anybody? He was a 3rd-round pick for a reason. He needed time to grow. He needed a vet to sit behind other than Marcus Mariota, somebody he could legit learn behind, and a coordinator that could really groom him to reach his full potential. So that's all I got to say. I ain't gonna ramble.
You just described Patrick Mahomes. You just
Franchise
described
said
Patrick
he ain't
Mahomes.
gonna. Franchise said he ain't gonna get treated like that. We gonna start playing the music.
Y'all finna Showtime the Apollo, your boy, man. I can't get the Showtime the Apollo.
MW, we appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for joining in here, man. Before I get to my brother Wolf, a point that Franchise just made a second ago, I do want to touch on real quick when he was talking about the expectations. One of the things that, and I've been very outspoken in my thought that Ritter should have waited or we should have gone in another direction. When you talk, when the comparison is always made to say, well, Josh Allen took a year or two, Jalen Hurts took a year or two, Peyton Manning he threw 30 interceptions. The difference in those situations are Peyton Manning came with the accuracy with him. At least, yeah, he was throwing interceptions that first year, but at least he was mostly accurate until he got the turnovers on. Josh Allen had a gun. There was no doubt that Josh Allen could throw the ball. He took him a couple of years to get it right, but he did. When you came to Desmond Ritter, anytime that people lead with what does Desmond Ritter do well, they say he just has those intangibles. And you start saying, define intangibles. You know the intangibles. Like, so be specific with me. You know the intangibles.
Hey, nothing special already.
So Wolf, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to step on your thing, but go ahead, Wolf.
Man, I'm just gonna say this. I agree with everything what that man just left. The one that before me, I agree everything he said. Because at the end of the day, the last 6 years, our fan base been doing the same argument every year. Every year. It's mind blowing. But after Smith, I'm like him. He got to go. For the last 3 years, I hate his play call. I really do hate his play call. He ain't got no situational awareness. He don't have no disguise in his plays. The team's gonna beat us because they see what we doing. Of course, they're gonna double man it. They're gonna triple man it. They're gonna stop everything. And if our quarterback ain't smart enough to say, "Hey, they triple team it or double team it," that means he hit another hot route. Then he shouldn't be started. Ritter. That's all I'm saying. So
we put you in the category of I love Desmond. That's
no, Ritter don't do that shit. He do not. I'm not cussing. But Ritter, the difference between Ritter and Heinicke been in the league longer. He know how to get that ball out. He know that DNs is coming. He's familiar with different teams. Ritter is not. That's the only difference.
Right.
That's why some people saying give him time because he's not used to different teams. But as of right now, if we want to win, yeah, Heinicke is our best shot because he been in the league.
But I got a quick point to make. You know when a quarterback got that it factor. Have Desmond Ritter showed that?
No.
He got intangibles. He got intangibles.
Nothing special.
It's intangibles. What y'all talking about?
You said tangerines?
Intangibles.
You said tangerines?
Yeah, that's what he got, tangerines. Oh my God.
Oh man.
We gotta love our Falcons. Gotta love the Falcons.
Listen,
if I was off the blank, I put off the Smith bank account on 0 and tell him every time he win, he gets money.
Incentive. Wolf, I'm gonna ask you one question before I let you go on here.
Okay.
If he doesn't, unless it's injury, can you go back to Desmond at this point?
That's a good ass question.
That's
but as of right now, no, until I see something different.
I see. Yeah, that's
because I'm tired of the offense lying to me. I'm tired of after babyface, Elmo looking face, Smith lying to me. I'm tired of losing. So as of right now, no. But in a couple more weeks, I might say yes.
Well, I want to answer that question, Uncle Steve, with a 1990s Mary J. Blige song. All or nothing at all. All or nothing at all. That's what Taylor Heinicke gonna be saying. Take me as I am. I mean, that's basically where we at. That's basically.
But thank y'all for letting me join. I'm gonna let the next guy come in.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wolf. Appreciate you, brother.
No,
take it easy, Wolf. Yeah, that's basically what Taylor Heinicke is. It's like, look, you gonna take this right here, or I mean, you can go back there if you want to, or have nothing at all.
My side.
Like, that's where they're at.
I think we all gonna have to get together. We're gonna get Berto in here, and now since we've changed quarterbacks, we got to get our Southern Silk routine together for Heinicke now.
Oh yeah.
I was telling Arthur Smith to play Heinicke.
we gotta get it together, man.
Gotta get together.
So I'm gonna ask in the chat, if you don't mind, answer real quick. And first of all, thank you so much for everybody out there. Thank you so much for joining both sides. And if you're on Smitty's channel and you're not a member of Uncle Steve's Lounge, do your uncle a favor, roll over there and subscribe over there. If you're on Uncle Steve and you're the rare person that's not attached to Smitty or Big Low, please make sure you hit their channels up and like the videos, folks. We get this stuff out here. I'm so glad and proud of the forum we can have about this in a way that doesn't, folks, none of us have the right answers. None of us know everything, but we're going to talk about it. Just like we're going to talk about it with our buddy Padre in the house. What's going on, Padre? How you doing, sir?
What's going on? Can you hear me all right?
I hear you, bro.
What's going on, Coach?
Right. What's going on, Coach? Typically I don't chime in. I just lurk in the background. But I just want to let you know, as Sergeant in Arms of the ASGTG, I would like to open the doors of our church.
I don't think they know what ASGTG is.
Okay, the ASGTG is something that was started by Coach Roney, and she talked to me and my wife.
I already know what that means.
We had a little infomercial. She came to the house and she converted both of us. And we are firmly in there. Arthur Smith has got to go. I'm the Sergeant at Arms, and I'm also leading the membership committee. Coach Lowe, I'm surprised that you didn't bring this up, but I figured you was just being modest again. But anyway, I digress.
But Padre, wasn't that you over here when we were recording this soundbite? Smith is a genius. Wasn't that you recording that with me?
That kind of sound like him.
That sound like your voice a little bit.
It in no way sounds like me. My flavor of baritone is much different than that. Thank you very much. I just want to say, the question is not, hey, Steve, you asked if we could go back to Desmond Ridder. The question isn't whether we could go back. The question is, should we go back? At this stage, you potentially looking at replacing your head coach, right? The playoffs are in as big a far greater jeopardy than they were a couple of days ago, maybe a week or so ago. Terry's going to have to hire his head coach. So I say put Heinicke in and just let these last 9 games play out. You don't really have any other options. You could probably put Woodside in, but you at this point you looking for the tallest midget, and Heinicke coming up to your belt loops. You might as well just ride with him. You know what I'm saying? So
these comments are from Padre. We call them small people.
Okay,
exactly.
The we people. Okay, well the tallest person in the Shire. You know what I'm saying? You looking at Frodo or Bilbo? Which one you want? But anyway,
Everyone from the Wizard of Oz, we'll let you come in. Right.
but that's essentially what you're dealing with. Just conserve your capital, man. Let's just see where things go. The team is essentially stacked already for whoever he wants to bring in. Like my only thing is at this point, if I lose Ryan Nielsen, Arthur Smith gonna have to talk to me. He gonna need all them. He gonna need all them FedEx resources that go into hiding from me, because he didn't cost me a first top 10 defense. God knows how long. No, that's a problem. We can't let that slide. Now I hopefully Nielsen or Gray will get promoted. What up, Smitty?
If y'all had listened to me from the beginning, y'all would not be shocked about none of this. What did I say, Uncle Steve? If he kept Logan Woodside, that means he didn't trust Desmond Ritter.
Right.
Why you need 3 quarterbacks? Why you need 3 quarterbacks? That was a telling sign right there.
Well, actually 4, because
that's right. What was that guy's name?
Who, Jack Spade?
No.
He can throw 80 on the run. He can throw 80 on the run.
What was that guy's name? Low that we saw in camp.
You know what name? You know what name is?
One named Dustin Mercer.
Oh,
we said, look, are we talking NFL or XFL? Or matter of fact, are we talking Adams Park Recreational? Or are we talking NFL?
You know what his name is because you had his name shaved into your chest, Felipe Frank. Remember?
Wait. Hold on one.
No, he didn't get it cornrows.
Hold on.
He didn't get it in cornrows.
Hold on now.
Lord have mercy.
All jokes coming to the end. Don't be talking about Felipe like that.
Have mercy.
I'll cut this whole stream off.
That's why you let your beard go gray, so you can grow that dye out.
That's right.
Grow it long.
Y'all leave Felipe out of this.
Hey, man, y'all.
Felipe probably on the side talking about, man, I could have had a shot. Y'all let Desmond go out there.
I mean, if they let backup tight ends toss passes, why not? You could have had a number 4 tight end toss it to the number 2 tight end. And just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the number 1 tight end was blocking when he should have been in the end zone.
But see, Smitty, that's genius. Who would have seen that coming? Not me.
That's Arthur Smith. That's it.
That's genius. They would have never seen that.
He made that. I know he made that. Notice the inflection when he said genius.
Hey. I said, boy, that's genius.
That's that sleight of hand offense.
Genius. Yeah.
So listen, before everybody gets out of the chat, I do want to ask y'all for Heinicke, is it temporary? Because the reason I asked that question, because there is a bye in 2 weeks.
Yep.
And if we thought that you get a 2-game sample of, is this going to be any better than Desmond is, would you think about, okay, we still have a week, extra week to get this together before we get to the next game plan? That's the reason I asked. So in the chat and with us 4, y'all answer me the question. Heinicke the rest of the way, or do we have the option of switching back to Desmond?
If Arthur Smith messed around and put Desmond Ritter back in after the bye week with this offense that's already completely off balance, like that's one of those situations where he'll be continuing to show how inept he is as a offensive play caller and offensive coordinator.
Facts.
Yeah, preach, Pastor.
Right. We got 2 more people in here, and they're going to be the last 2 that we bring in because somebody got to go to work here in about 15 minutes. We got my brother Big John Higgins and our buddy Eric Parker's in the house. How y'all doing today?
What's going on?
How y'all feeling? Eric, I'm on while Big John putting the shirt on. Eric, I'm gonna let you go ahead and start first.
I'm not gonna take too much time, y'all. I'm at work, so I wanted to give my thoughts. But yeah, I definitely agree on Heinicke starting. The issue with me with Arthur Smith, I believe, is either he doesn't know how to pick quarterbacks or he doesn't know how to groom them.
And it seems like he's had the same situation with Mariota in Tennessee, and they benched him for Ryan Tannehill. And now it's happening the same way with Ritter, with a veteran quarterback in Heinicke. So it's either one of the two. He doesn't know how to pick the talent, or he just don't know how to groom a rookie quarterback. But
Hey,
with
Eric,
going forward,
can you add C, and it might be both?
The answer is yes. Correct. The answer is yes.
yeah, I believe it.
I think
I believe
it's a
it.
combination of both, Eric. I mean, it's kind of like, it's kind of like going to a grocery store. It's like you go, like you on the country boys know how to pick out watermelons, right? So it's like you can see a watermelon, you be like, oh, that's a watermelon. And if you put it into a recipe, you know how to cook with it. You're like, oh, but I don't think you know how to do either. I think you go get a ripe watermelon. Then be like, yeah, it's a watermelon. It's a watermelon. You know.
Oh, boy, y'all crazy.
Eric, so Eric, I would venture that, because I know you're a Falcon fan through and through, that you think this move is the best move in the moment right now, as opposed to sticking with the status quo.
Yeah, for the moment, I mean, I don't believe he's going to be a long-term quarterback, but, after looking at him really for the past three times he's beaten us when he played for Washington, and he almost had a chance to beat Tom Brady in one of the playoff games. I think he's capable of actually leading the Falcons to win the division with our schedule. Now it'll really tell when he plays a good team in the playoffs. But other than that, I think moving forward, short term wise, I think he would be a good candidate to take the rest of the season.
I agree with that too. We're gonna go over here to Magic Mike. I mean, John Higgins. If you there, John, you still with us? I was about to throw this music on. Yeah, you look good.
My wife watched this show, John. How you going?
My wife go look at this later on, and she's like, I know y'all be talking about being naked, but how can you real?
What's going on, Mr. John?
I was going to tell you to play with theme. You messed me up.
Oh man.
Oh man. What you got, Big John? Uh-oh. Can you hear us, John?
I can't stop laughing.
Oh. Go ahead. It's on you, my friend.
Great content as usual. Below what happening? Smitty. Hey man, ain't nothing. Time to fight these 5 places up in a minute. We talked about that already. But look, I'm gonna be quick. See, I know you got to go to work. Heinicke in, and I'm out. That's it. All I got. Holla.
You the man, brother. Y'all just saw Magic Jamal in the house.
He done got hit quick flash. Now he gone.
On the main stage is Big John Hicks.
Hey man, somebody played Peter Pablo and he wasn't ready.
Cinnamon.
Oh man.
If you wish.
You donate to me, you.
It's funny. It's funny how your voice crack. Whenever you say that, I think that's why everybody agrees why I'm saying.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think.
Is that what it is?
No, you being messy. This is a public forum. So
I'm sorry.
if we was trying to figure out if he was Dalvin or Devontae Sexton, you just put him completely out there.
Man.
That ain't right. That ain't right. You ain't do him like that. Huh?
He ain't Dalvin or Devontae. He the engineer.
Oh,
He's the sound engineer. How about
oh no. He ain't that stink on you.
He one of the fly girls on Living Color.
Fighting J-Lo back in the day.
Oh man.
Y'all cold.
Fellas, go around the room one good time, man, and just get your last thoughts on today's announcement and what's going on. Padre, tell us just overall what you think about the move and what do you think going to real quick. Got one super chat coming in here. Big brother Richard Russell. How you doing, sir? Said Big Los please speak the truth on Desmond Ritter.
Matter of fact, I'll let Lo go ahead and fill that one. Lo, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and let Lo
We
handle that.
appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much.
Shout out to you, brother Russell. Look, I mean, especially after last week's game, I mean, Desmond Ritter, a lot of times he looked like a deer in headlights, like out there, you know. He looked scared. He looked like he wasn't that confident in himself. And I mean, Taylor Heinicke, he actually read defenses and called out blitzes. And, you know, the thing is, everybody's been talking about how the offensive line is helping Desmond Ritter out. But I think it's kind of obvious that over the last few weeks, Desmond Ritter hasn't been helping Desmond Ritter out. Like, he's not noticing, he's not seeing blitzes that are coming. Like, I think he had like 7 sacks in the first half. Like, a good 3 or 4 of those could have been prevented. Like, a lot of them were on him. So, yeah, I mean, that's the case. So, and going on to your question, though, like, I think that's why this is the right move to go on to Taylor Heinicke. The offense just looked better. You know, sometimes, you know, one piece can help everything come together a little bit better. So, yeah, I definitely thank you so much for hosting this stream today, Uncle Steve. And,
man, appreciate
getting everybody's opinions. Yeah, definitely.
And I appreciate you doing some low-key moderating too. You and Berto, thank y'all so much. I saw y'all in the chat when it got kind of busy, man. I used to be able to depend on Smitty, but once he did that first snake, I think it kind of threw something out in the net. He wasn't able to come back. He ain't been the same since.
Man, I got to take some Tylenol messing with y'all.
Talk to me, Smitty.
I think it was the perfect move, man, as I've been saying for the last couple of weeks. This is a move you got to make because you don't want to make that same mistake from last year. Make the move while you're still in contention because we got a good little ways to go. I think we can ride out the veteran quarterback. I think Optimism will be able to open up the playbook. I think the running game will get going for good this time, and it's going to help Rid out. And I expect the Falcons offense to keep climbing and the defense to keep moving. So it's up to coaching at this point at the end of the day. So going forward, I'm all for it.
Real quick, I'm just going to make this prediction. We're going to score 30 points this week for the first time.
Hey,
I do
spot
think
next 15? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I said that out loud.
No. I'm for real. Listen, I think for real, we're gonna show this. Big shout out to all of you Falcon, man. I know they've been out there. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you, dude. Even when y'all not in here, y'all in here. So we really appreciate your support coming in here. Always, Padre. Always appreciate you supporting everybody in the chat on both channels. Thank you so much for joining us in here. Again, don't forget to like the video. And if you're not subbed on one channel, sub on the other channel. Between Smitty Sports Machine, Big Low Country Sports, Uncle Steve's Lounge, 95 North. Out of your Falcon mind. Y'all make sure y'all keep it there. This has been fun. We could talk about something that some people will take a little too serious and may
got a good laugh out of it. Yeah.
But if you can't smile and laugh and have a good time with this stuff, man, dude, it's not worth it. And these guys right here will tell you, and I have no problem telling them how much I appreciate them being in here with me. Until then, I know look out for Smitty. I know Smitty getting ready to throw some shorts on there right now, talking about what this move means. And go ahead. I know Big Low getting ready to head out, see if he can challenge Big John on the main stage as far as getting taken to the third. Padre is going to work the money for Southern Silk, see if we can get these negotiations in for us to perform live sometime soon.
Man, the chilling circuit going to be hopping. Y'all go ahead.
For real, everybody have a blessed afternoon. I will catch y'all Sunday again, anniversary weekend. So I'll catch y'all. Wife and I going to the game, so we might check you out there, Low. When we going out there Sunday. Everybody have a blessed weekend. We'll talk to you then.